authored Republic Act 7307 for the preservation and propagation of the Carabao, in recognition of the importance of the Carabao in the agriculture sector. As a result, the Philippine Carabao Center was founded, from which sprang various livelihood projects. As chair of the Senate Committee on Cultural Minorities, ERAP also sponsored the establishment of the Commission on Ancestral Domain for Cultural Minorities. The interest of the poor was foremost in his mind when he sponsored a bill for the removal of patents for medicines to bring down the prices of pharmaceuticals. His initiatives outside the halls of the Senate include intensified fundraising activities for the Education, Research, and Assistance Program, or ERAP, para sa Mahirap Foundation, for the education of indigent and deserving youth. There are now more than 7,000 beneficiaries. Although a neophyte senator, he was immediately recognized and honored as one of 3 outstanding senators of 1989 by the prestigious Philippine Free Press. In the world of local cinema, meantime, Senator Joseph Estrada was conferred a Lifetime Achievement Award by the Film Academy of the Philippines for his significant contributions to the industry.
Matalik kong kaibigan ng lahat, ERAP Estrada.
Inevitably, because of his outstanding record as senator, ERAP was talked about in political circles as one of the strongest candidates for the presidency of the 1992 election. A year before the election of 1992, ERAP's name topped the surveys as the strongest presidential contender. In the February 1991 SWS survey, ERAP topped the list with 41% in favor of his presidential bid. Despite ERAP's remarkable chances of winning in the election, he gave way to Jovito Salonga, president of the Liberal Party, of which ERAP was a member. Instead, ERAP agreed to run for vice president. But in the ensuing selection process that turned out to be unfair and undemocratic, ERAP's name was not included in the party's list of candidates for vice president. Dismayed by the maneuverings of the elite traditional politician, ERAP decided to form his own party, the Partido ng Masang Pilipino, or PMP. But after some soul-searching, ERAP realized that his party was not yet ready to take on the challenge of a nationwide campaign. In all humility, he accepted the reality that his popularity was not enough to overcome the well-oiled machinery and funds of his political opponents. ERAP decided to slide down and run for the vice presidency, joining the race as the running mate of business tycoon Eduardo Nandito Juaco of the Nationalist People's Coalition. Joseph Estrada won resoundingly. Sworn into office, ERAP served as vice president of the country. At the time, the worsening peace and order situation in the country had resulted in the people's waning trust and confidence in police authorities. It was at this critical period that President Fidel V. Ramos appointed ERAP to head the Presidential Anti-Crime Commission, or PACC. ERAP faced the challenge squarely as the country's anti-crime czar. Right away, he dismantled the palakasan and padrino or patronage system and vowed to enforce the law without fear or favor. He rigged the system of scalawag policemen, whom he labeled hoodlums in uniforms. Next, he trained his sights on corrupt judges whom he called hoodlums in robes. He organized 3 task forces to monitor cases of heinous crimes. He dismantled the huge illegal drug syndicates and notorious kidnap-for-ransom gangs, one of which was the dreaded Red Scorpion Gang. Through the efforts of the PACC headed by ERAP, a host of kidnapping cases were solved. Trust in the police returned, and ERAP succeeded in winning their cooperation. After his first year in office as Vice President of the Philippines, Joseph Estrada was honored as Man of the Year. Because of his accomplishments and sterling performance as crime buster, ERAP's name once again topped the list of likely candidates for the presidency in the elections of 1998. His support base further broadened when ERAP launched a people's movement that was named Jeep. Proposed charter change as a veiled attempt to extend the term of FDR. ERAP instantly opposed it, along with other leaders like former President Corazon Aquino and Cardinal Sin. With the road to the presidential elections cleared of any obstacle, there was nothing more to stop the growing popularity of ERAP's candidacy for the presidency.